Yo, salute everybody. Knicks Real Talk, man. It's a nice show, late night edition, man. Hanging out with the crew tonight. So I'm getting here and talk a little bit more Knicks for the night. We can never get enough of it. You know what I mean? Especially with the season just starting. So I'm going to go over some recap stuff and all that good stuff. But thanks for the old cats who chimed in tonight, man. We appreciate y'all coming in tonight. I know y'all been getting at it all day, man. I had the morning show, the streets are buzzing. But we're going to close the show tonight with Knicks Real Talk, man. The night show edition. I'm here, man. So salute to everybody. Nigel, Shaw Powers, Be Civilized, Greg Peterkin, man. Salute to everybody, man. Let's get up in here and get it popping. I'm gonna go over a little bit of the stuff from last night. Salute Maverick. Go over a little bit of the game last night. That we're gonna get into the up and coming game against the Washington Wizards. Go down with the roster move and see what they gonna be, who we think they gonna be going up against, and we're gonna get into it, man, tonight, man. I'm glad y'all ain't here tonight, man. I know y'all could be a lot of places, man, but you're here, man. And I'm just gonna get in here and we have a nice little thing tonight, man. It's Wednesday, 10 o'clock. I mean, I'm good, man. I'm good. Everything is in place, man. So I hope y'all had a good day. Everybody had a good day, man. They had a great day, safe and everything like that. Now y'all home just chilling or wherever you might be right now. But y'all just be safe out there. But yeah, man, we coming off that good preseason game last night. I'm excited about that. Let's go over the recap a little bit. Like I said, we've been pretty heard it all, but you're gonna hear from Knicks Real Talk tonight. 125 to 104. Great all-around victory, great all-around first preseason game performance. I mean, I really like what I seen last night. I'm quite sure we'll touch on that, man. But overall, I'm just excited to see the Garden buzzing again. You know what I mean? I'm really excited to see that Madison Square Garden was open for business with the New York Knicks last night. And we was in there playing, man. And we was in there playing, getting down. It was fun to watch. You can see here the adrenaline flowing through all our bodies, man, because we finally got some Knicks basketball back in the building last night. So I was excited about that, man. But first and foremost, man, it was salute to the chat, man. Like I said, thank y'all for coming in tonight. Hanging out with your brother, man. You already know I'm here, man. We're gonna talk it up a little bit. You send your thoughts to the chat and everybody. Thanks for everybody watching, wherever you're streaming in from. It's late night Wednesday, man. We here talking Knicks. But overall, man, first game of the preseason, Knicks 125, Indiana 104. Great all-around performance, man. I thought it was good, man. And we're gonna go over some things we liked and we didn't like. But it wasn't too much that you didn't like, but we're going to get into all that anyway, because there's always things you can improve on things all the time. So I think that was a great thing right there. But let's just start with the, with the fans opening it up, man. We came in there, fans was in the building, preseason game, feel like a regular season game with the amount of fans was in the world most famous arena. But we had some good sides, man. So let's just start with the game overall. 125-104, Kemba Walker. The starting lineup, Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, R.J. Barrett, Fournier, Todd Gibson, Julius Randle. Had to take place Nerlens Noel and Mitchell Robinson due to the fact that they was out because of injuries. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson, we already know what that is. And knows well, like a sore knee, nothing major here. I think he's going to be going Saturday, so that's good. But, just overall, man, from the tip of the game to the end, back and forth. I just think the Knicks were out there and did their thing, man. Obviously the Indiana Pacers, they went to their second unit in the second half, but Tibbs was ready to get on his grind, play the guy 3.5 quarters, let the stars get their time in, and I can understand why he did it, like I said, because they trying to get ready for the season. But I was happy to see Kemba walk out there, man. Happy to see Fournier in that starting lineup, and we're just happy to see Julius Randle and the guys getting down. I think the thing was going well. I liked the pace of the game. Like Katie said, I did love the pace of the game and the way it was going. And I think them guys are really going to be doing something special in Madison Square Garden this year, man. But let's talk about Kemba Walker. I'll start off with Kemba Walker. He had a good game, man, overall. He really did, man. I was excited to see what Kemba Walker brought to the table last night for 21 minutes. Him and Derrick Rose played 21 minutes last night. And they got to get in there and get their feet wet. 12 points, good energy, good assists. He running the show. Julius Randle letting the man run the show, which was good, and the continuity that they trying to build, it was good. I like what I seen last night. Salute my man Will was popping. Will, I'm glad you made it, my brother. But yeah, it was good to see Kemba Walker for his first game with the Knicks, man, in Madison Square Garden after being born and raised in the Bronx, and just being a part of that Rice High School thing and all that good stuff, man. Then went on to college in Connecticut to win a national title. Then I moved around and went to the NBA, to drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. Finally with the Boston, but now he's here with us. He came here with us, and a good deal on a buyout market. We signed him for a couple of years, and I think it was a great signing. It really was. I think it was really good, man. And if we get an all-star and a max player for that money, I think it bodes well for us because you can't underestimate the man's talent. He's a really talented point guard. But I love what I seen last night, man. Thank you, Will. I love what I seen last night out of him. That mid-range looked good. The three-point ball, he shot it good. He got to the bucket good. He facilitated good. Man, if that could be all season long. And even in the 21 minutes that he did, I think that bodes well for New York, man. To have a caliber point guard like that, who can do the work for us and help us sustain. You know what I mean? And I think it was good overall for Kemba Walker. Then we go around to RJ. I mean, let's go to Fournier, the two guard. Fournier looked good, aggressive, 3-point shot. Beginning, him and Julius Randle had a good vibe going with each other. They was going really playing off each other real well. I like to see that. A lot of unselfishness between them two. But Evan Fournier put the ball on the floor, getting to the rack. Oh man, guys, it's gonna be beautiful to see that once everything get in sync because we didn't have that last year at the Knicks 3-guard spot. We had Reggie Bullock who could knock down the 3-ball really good, but he really that was his main forte. But he really wasn't aggressive, putting the ball on the floor, going to the hole, creating for others, and also drawing foul. That's just not what he do. He's a 3-and-D guy. Well, Evan Fournier is a scorer. And I do made a big difference, man. And with the way that went down, like saying, so salute to Fournier, to him and coming work on a new backcourt addition, played well, played off each other, the whole team. I love the passes they was making, the unselfishness. Fournier had a great interior pass to my man Todd Gibson for a nice layup. I mean, he got the shot going, he got in the lane, he was aggressive. And that's what you want to see out your 3-guard, because a lot of 3-guard in the league is not just only 3-and-D. These cats got skills. They could put the ball on the floor. They could shoot the 3. They could do a lot of things. Salute Elton Lee. Salute to everybody, man, in the chat already. Slide Powers, KJ, and it's a salute to my brother, D. Ross in the building. Salute to everybody, man. Be civilized. But, it was good to see, man. Understandable, Elton Lee, understandable. It was good to see Evan Fournier get his feet wet in the first preseason game. And granted, we know it's preseason. Let's keep it real. But it was good to see them guys getting out there together, getting the continuity. Then let's go to the 3-guard spot. RJ Barrett, good game. I'm really, really impressed with what I seen with him, man. The shot looks smooth and it looks real good. His stroke looks good, man. And I think that was important, man. It looked real good. I can't even front on that, man. And getting to the rack, he just looked good. His facilitating with Todd Gibson and them guys. I just think overall, man, them cats is really, really doing their thing, and I think it's gonna be fun to watch for the next 85 games now, 3 games left in the preseason, 82 until we get to the playoffs. But right now, it's going to be fun to watch that for the rest of the season. I really liked what they was doing down there, man. So that's the 3-guard spot. RJ 17 points, almost like 5-6 rebounds, some assists. Defense got better in the second, and like late in the second quarter after my man kind of Justin Holiday was having his way a little bit, but then RJ kind of got his foot under and said, well, let me get back on the defense and hold that down. So he was playing good offensively. And then obviously let's go to the main man, Julius Randle. Julius Randle had another good game, preseason 20-8, something of that nature, coming out of preseason, and I like what I seen out of Julius. You know what Julius can do. He gonna do what he do. He gonna get his buckets, get them rebounds. But I like the way he was in playing defense last night. So I'm happy about Julius Randle's what he brought to the table last night. So I think that was really good for him. And the shot still looks sweet. Julius Randle, to me, I don't know how you could improve so good, but he got one of the sweetest shots in the league. Seems like every time that man shoot, 9 out of 10 is hitting the bottom. There you go, shot power, the quote, 20-9. And that was like preseason, man. But I'm expecting him to do the same thing like he did last year. And it's going to be, even to me, guys, it's going to be even more better for Julius Randle because he got better scores around him now. So I'm looking to see them assist numbers go up even more. I think we will see Julius Randle get quite a few triple doubles this year with that offense that they got around him. I just think that he can really, really, when he passed that ball out to them guys, he 9 out of 10, he think them guys going to make that shot. So to compare to what we had last year, and I just think Julius Randle going to have a really good year when it comes to that, for sure, man. I just think this kid's going to be on it. He got some good players around him who could play make, who could create, who could shoot. So let's look at Julius Randle numbers especially from the assist standpoint this year, guys. Keep an eye on that as we go through the season and see Julius Randle's assist numbers, because I think throwing it to Kemba is different than throwing to Alpha Payton. I think throwing it to Fournier different than doing the Reggie Bullock. So let's see how that go. And then, the center spot, obviously Todd had to hold that down because Noel couldn't play due to the fact he had a left knee soreness. Nothing major. Nothing major, but, they just sat him out for that day. And hopefully he'll be on the grind Saturday against the Washington Wizards, 7 o'clock. Y'all got down in the Capitol. And we'll get into that as well. But he looked, Todd looked good last night, man. That brother was on a mission last night. He was doing his thing. I'm happy about Todd, man. I never doubt Todd and what he brings to the table. We've been doing this for a minute in the NBA. But the jump shot looked good. The 3-point shot, he hit one of them. So overall, the starting five looked real good last night. And obviously with the way they was performing, it just boded well without Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens as well. But Todd did a great job and holding it down for us, man. I love the way he was shooting that ball. I love what he was doing, facilitating, running the floor. Him and Kemba Walker running the floor like, man. That was nice to see, man. They doing what they got to do. They want to run more this year. And that showed last night. If you probably look at the stat, they fast break movement, the up and down. They was running more last year. They was getting it and hauling it out and motivating and running. So that bode well, man. And then obviously with Indiana Pacers, they had Malcolm Brogdon. He didn't have a good game. None of them guys in the first half. The Knicks really made it hard for them cats in that first half. So I could see why Rick Carlisle took him out because them starters they wasn't getting too much going on. If you look at their numbers overall, stats wise, they didn't have a good night shooting. None of them guys, except for Justin Holiday. Other than Justin Holiday, it really wasn't nobody lighting it up for them. It's obviously when the second unit came in the second half, Bissett and them guys had a little bit of shots going down and all that. But overall, it wasn't too much popping. 104, we scored 125. And what I think was really impressive is that this here, man, we held them cats to 104. And obviously, I'm not going to say 104 because their second unit did come in the second half. So to me, I think the game was dictated in the first half. After the first half, everything was just about getting rhythm. I think that game was the first 2 quarters. And once halftime came, the Knicks was up. They won. That's when I think we won the game. Then in the second half, it didn't really matter because they put all their bench players in. But what I think Tibbs was trying to do was get our team to have continuity and chemistry and going into the regular season. He don't want to be behind the 8 ball in anything. So that's why he played the starters 3.5 quarters. I really do. He want these guys to get themselves their foot wet, man, and get their chemistry together. Get to know each other plays, get to know each other tendencies, how I move, how you move. And I think that's the reason why he playing the starters, man, because you do want them to have that cohesion going into the first game of the season against Boston. So I can understand why he did that. But overall, I think they played really well. And then, obviously the second unit scored 50 points. Derrick Rose didn't have a great shooting night, but you can still see the quickness he still has. He's not losing anything. He's really into it. He got the speed. He's setting guys up when he can. So Derrick Rose looked like salute my man Robert Parr, my brother, salute much for sure. But Derrick Rose looked like Derrick Rose. His speed's still there. The veteran leadership is there. He playing the game, so that's only going to get better. And then obviously, my man impressed me the most was Emmanuel Quickly. So the 2 guard for the Knicks last night in the second unit, Emmanuel Quickly had a great game. 7 assists. That was amazing to see. He took off right where he left from Summer League. And I think he's trying to kill that narrative that I'm not a point guard. Like he said before he came to Kentucky, that's what he grew up being, a point guard. So for me, to see Emmanuel Quickly show improvement in the Summer League and coming to preseason, being able to run a team, I think that's going to bode well for us, man, because just in case we have a minor injury or a severe injury and no one can go, at least we know that Emmanuel Quickly does have that chance to come in there and man that point guard position, to get the Knicks to keep the Knicks intact. So I think that's really good, man. I think we will see more of that coming down. Because I really do they're gonna get these guys together, get them ready. So good job by Emmanuel Quickly. Good facilitating last night, finding Toppin, finding Jericho Sims for the alley-oop, just setting cats up, man, and at the same time getting his buckets too. So good job by Emmanuel Quickly. I got to give him props for what he did last night. And then let's move, the small forward. Obviously, Alex Burks came in. He was like 18 minutes. He didn't have to shoot a lot because they was already in the blowout stage, basically. But Alex Burks' shot looked good. That's another weapon that's going to be real important for us this year because I think he's going to be a real big X factor with that second unit. Him and Derrick Rose are the veterans there with Nerlens Noel. So, they're going to be key to running that second unit. And they, like I said, they put up 50 points last night, and they looked real good. And so, that's good to see. Alex Burks can shoot that ball with the best of them. Sweet stroke, looked good last night, obviously. So that was good to see. And then as we go, the main thing was that 4 spot, Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin had a great game last night. What I mean by great, you could see his energy, his effort. Let's go by what Obi Toppin did. He had a total, fast break by himself, handling the ball, took it from the length of the floor by himself, scored on the layup. That was nice to see that he could put that ball and just jet and go. And took it down there and boom, got the layup. Then I like the mid-range shot he had around the foul line was really nice. Right around that foul line, he just, he was working on that at Summer League. He knocked it down quite a few times at Summer League, so he must have been working on it pretty much for the during the off season. And that looked good. Stroke looked good. Then obviously the rebounding looks good, man. When that man he rebound with ferocity. Seemed like you could hear that ball pop in his hands. With that athleticism, he gets up over a lot of guys when it comes to the rebound. And I hope he used that the rest of the year, knowing that he's a good leaper. Just go first. Get up there and snatch that ball before them cats can even get up there with you. And if he could do that, I think his rebound numbers go up this year. But he looked good, man. I like that post move where he took it to the post, spin, went left, came back right, boom, layup, looked good. So I was happy about Obi Toppin's game last night. And I really think that's going to be fun going forward. But let's talk about my man, the young man last night, Jericho Sims. Jericho Sims got a chance to play because both of our main centers was down, so he had a chance to come in there and really have a chance to get his foot wet. And I'm glad he did, because I think what he did in those few minutes, it's a learning curve. Obviously, you're not going to go in there and expect for this man to be teared up because he's a rookie coming into the NBA, but for what he did to help us with the players going down, I think he did a good job. He had a nice alley-oop from Quickly. He had a nice one from, if I get it right, it might have been Alex Burks or somebody, but I can't recall, to be honest. But that was good to see, man. He's aggressive under the boards. He tried to scrap for everything. Obviously he had work on his defense to catch up to the speed of the NBA and how dominant these players are, because in college and the NBA, they're two different monsters. And this cat really truly got it. He'll catch up to the game. But I do think he's going to be a part of the Knicks long-term plan here. I think Jericho Sims is going to be part of this thing and all them guys for a while, unless something happens and we got to trade him because we got a blockbuster deal or whatever the case may be. But if not, man, I hope they lock that young man up, take him off that two-way, put him on a full contract like they did Mitch, 4 years, whatever you want to give him, man. And while the market is still good before we go into that with the salary cap raise. So if anything, we better lock these cats up before they start increasing these salaries again, and we feel like we got a bargain. So, but not to cheat the man, but I'm saying it's a good time for the Knicks to do it while they still can have some money to do things. But I like what I seen from that young man. And even though he had a couple of, like you said, Side Pal, even though he had a couple of defensive lapses, but that's what coaching is about. Tibbs took him to the sideline, ripped him a little bit, not disrespectfully, but how when Tibbs speaks, he speaks with force. So Tibbs like, listen, you missed that assignment. Whatever. You got to handle that, and that's a good learning experience for him, because now he know next time when he go out there, hopefully he don't make that same mental error. And it happens. It's preseason, everybody a little rusty. They just haven't got their foot wet yet like they wanted to. And you could tell in the first half they were shooting threes. Some of them was hitting there. They was really hitting there, man. And I think that was real good for them to come out there and but to do overall play a good game like that, 125-104 against a half of a starting team, I guess you would like to say. But it was good. It was really good. It was productive. We got to pick out some good things, and we're going to get into that as well, and just see some of the things that you guys like about that game that you didn't like. Y'all let me know what throw it up there. I like the cohesion, the chemistry. I like the ball movement was real impressive to me. I like the way they shared that ball with no unselfishness. I love the way RJ Barrett shot comes coming to fruition. The young man is in that third year and it looked like he's about to go on ready to take it to another level. And but that jump shot looks good, man. It was really smooth, really smooth. And I really like with RJ Barrett. He's a gym rat. He go in there and work on his craft. Him and Drew Helen making this jump shot look better. And And, and it was real impressive to see that, you know what I mean? So, and salute to my crew, man. You already know, man, CT, the streets of buzzing, and KJW. Them cats been on all day, but I know CT at work. So salute to my brother, the streets of buzzing, man. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Hit my man up. BX Sports Jedi. Y'all make sure y'all go in there and hit that brother up because it's all good down there, man. That's my partner. He'll be back in the fold pretty soon. I missed the stream tonight. Sorry, BX, that I didn't get it till I got home. Me and my wife had a venture we had to do. So I apologize that I couldn't get on your stream tonight. But I made sure when you throw it in, I'm ready for you. You already know. And it was good, man. But, first and foremost, like I said, Tom Thibodeau seemed like he was coaching in the regular season. He like, nah, I'm in here to win this thing. You know what I mean? And I think that was really, really beautiful to see that he's already in regular season mode. He coaching like he in regular season. He running plays like he in regular season. He using the players like he in regular season. So you notice that his ways don't change. He stick to what he do. He stick to his rotations. So we can't even think about what we hope he do that. Nah, this is what Tom Thibodeau do. He's a very structured coach. You know what I mean? And salute to that. Appreciate that, man. But he is really, really setting the tone. They want to win now to get the win mode feeling in them. They don't want to wait to go to the regular season and try to figure out how we're going to win. Tom Thibodeau trying to put a stamp on this thing at the beginning. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to work. And this is how we're going to play. And this is what I expect my starters to do. And I think for the first and foremost, he did that last night, man. So good job by him. Overall, good job by the Knicks team. The fan base was in the building last night, and it was really good to see, man. And we was out here on our show doing what we do, just handling it. You know what I mean? Looking at the game, enjoying the game. Then we come on these streams and we break it all down. And that's what we did, and that's what we're gonna keep doing. So salute to the chat. We got everybody up in here, man. Y'all keep running amok with that stuff, man. You already know we got all the family up in here tonight. But overall, man, so that was a good start for us last night. The way they came out and really, really did their thing. And like I said, Tibbs, he's not playing around, man. Tibbs want to win. He just want to win, And I think that's all we should expect. We want him to do. We expect the Knicks to win. After 8 years of a drought, going through peaks and valleys, hard times, trials and tribulations, in the game of basketball, and trying to find ourselves as an organization, we finally done reached that plateau now where the thing is in place, the structure's in place. We got good organization, got good players. And so now we got a coach who just want to win. And I think he's going to put it all out there. And I think he's going to go hard with this thing. And if you fall in line or you don't play. So that's the same old tips. If you ain't producing, ride the pine, my brother. That's all I can really say, man, with that. And then 3-point shooting looked good last night, man, even though percentage was a little lower. But first game of the season, we'll take that. But, man, just to know how many cats can shoot that ball last night. I was looking at the whole starting lineup of shooting. Only reason I say the whole starting lineup because Todd hit one last night. And Todd hit some last year. He got a good stroke. Todd got a good stroke to his game. So he hit that. He hit one. The whole starting five pretty much hit a 3 last night. And then the second unit comes in and Alex Burks knocking down quickly, hitting some, and even, so it's good to see, man. I think we're going to have one of the dangerous 3-point shooting teams in the league this year. And I think we got to really hope the percentage, as we shoot more, we hope the percentage stays high. Sometimes the more you make, the more you might miss. But let's just hope that, we don't lose a lot in that percentage standpoint where we stay around 39, 40 like last year, 39% for the season. That's wonderful. But if these guys knocking it down consistently, and we stay at that 39, 40% range with the players we brought in who can shoot, and the Knicks will be pretty dangerous. And so we're gonna hope that this thing it just goes on and on. And like I said, it's crazy. I was looking at some not stats, but some film today. Them cats in the gym practicing, shooting it again. Getting their practice in. It don't stop. The work don't stop for the Knicks. So they just got to keep grinding and getting ready to go and win this thing. Man, we're looking for the Knicks to go up, go high, go deep this year. You know what I mean? And so we're looking for that to happen, man. We're looking for that to happen, and let's see how that go. And that's what it's gonna do. We just gonna keep it moving, and hope the Knicks pan out. We just had this crazy chat in here, man. I throw him out there. We ain't having that on this show. You ain't gonna be respectful. Don't come on Knicks Real Talk or any other platform. We're not having that. So that we had to kick this cat up out of here, who the world he is. But other than that, man, it was good, man. Good game overall, guys. Good first pregame of the season. Preseason game, we really showed improve, and I'm looking forward to everything that's about to take place. And be civilized. You're right, man. Start straight A, start grabbing and start developing great habits. And that's what we got to do. That's what we're taking this preseason for, is develop habits. Get into a routine. You know what I mean? You know, get do things daily in routine. Get into a mindset where when you walk on the court, you know this is what you're gonna do. You know, your mind is set to go in there and do the same thing you do constantly over every day for 82 games, and other than when you have to make adjustments. But other than that, basketball is a game of shooting, passing, dribbling, just master the basics. And then, these guys, they mature enough to know that. So I think the Knicks are trying to develop that habit. I think Tom Thibodeau wise for that. He's really wise with doing that. Let these guys develop that habit. Let them develop what they need to do regularly, consistently amongst each other. We got two starting play. We got two guys in the starting unit that's brand new to this. You know what I mean? And so we got to get these guys in cohesion with the other three guys that was there last year. So I can understand why he ran them guys like that. Tom Thibodeau is trying to go into the regular season with the team already ready to grind. And the good thing that was interesting to me, you think about this here, we lost one game in Summer League. So in the last 8 games, the Knicks are 7-1. We lost to Detroit in the Summer League. I mean, I'm not 8-1, but like 5-1, because we lost the Summer League to Detroit, and everything else we won. So we 4-1. Let's say we come out of preseason Summer League 8-1. Team done gelled a little bit, got a little bit of chemistry going. Now we're going to October 20th against Boston. You know, we're gonna be in the building and see what they really made of now. And I'm happy. So I'm happy with what I've seen so far on that note, man. So other than the 3-point shooting, which I think is gonna be dynamic this year, I'm looking for that to stay up there in that range. I'm looking for all of them guys to get it popping, man. They playing in one of the places where you could really shoot the 3-ball, because them bright lights in Madison Square Garden, people love that. You know what I mean? Any play, that's why players love to play in Madison Square Garden, because the way them lights shine on that court, you see everything. Your eyes can see the ball going in a hole real good. So I think we got advantage there, man. And that's why I think that 3-point shot going to pop this year. So that did look good, man. And like I said, overall, the starting unit, they looked good. And they looked good. And they still got to keep building this chemistry, get this camaraderie and everything going, but they looked good. I love what I seen from Kemba Walker. Man, what a difference! What a difference a day make. In reality, what a difference a season make. You know, at the point guard spot for the New York Knicks, what a difference 8 years make. You know what I mean? What a difference 8 years make. Let's be real. You know what I mean? What a difference 8 years make with a point guard. You know what I mean? Other when Derrick Rose came through the first time. We've been praying for this and marinating on this and hoping for this, whatever word terminology you want to use. But we finally got a point guard in New York City that's legitimate, a point guard, and he's from New York City. You know what I mean? So I mean, he ain't gonna be no deer in the headlights with Kemba Walker. He ain't gonna be no deer in the headlights. There ain't gonna be no, I can't deal with the fan base. That man played his whole life. He lived his whole life in New York City. So, he ain't going to have no worms, no second guessing, no doubting. He going to go in there and just do what he do. Get buckets. Just get buckets. So let's hope he really take advantage of this thing, and hopefully he can stay healthy. Hope the knee hold up. He only played 21 minutes last night, which was good. He only played 21 minutes, and Derrick Rose played 21 minutes. So you know what? And that's not bad. And if they can keep him and Derrick Rose around at 21 minutes, I'm good with that, man. Wow. If they can keep Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose at 21 minutes, and get I think that's good timing. That's really good timing for them two guys. It's just enough time with the players that we had to do work. So I think that's gonna bode well for us. And like you said, be civilized. I second that, man. Then 2 future Hall of Fame point guards in one season on the team, man. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And all them, and that's why I'm not scared of what's going on in New York. Them cats been around and know how to play the game. Who in the NBA Kemba Walker scared of? Who in the NBA Derrick Rose scared of? They done played against Westbrook, Kyrie, everybody. They gonna go up against competition. They're not worried about that. They're like, okay, I play this game. I play him quite a few miles. He's gonna get his. I'm gonna get mine. You know what I mean? And how many point guards in the NBA come off the bench as Derrick Rose? There's not too many point guards you can really go up and down the whole team, the whole 30-man landscape. How many point guards in the NBA that's in a second unit that's Derrick Rose? Let me know and y'all tell me, and throw it in the chat. So I just think that we got to take it for what it is. Having them two savvy veteran point guards there, to play in the world most famous arena on 41 games a night, it's going to be electrifying, man. And they got energy, man. They both want something. What's the two things that them cats haven't gotten in their career? A championship. Them two of the things that them cats don't have, and they probably want. So they're hungry. You know what I mean? They're hungry, whether it's with the Knicks or not. They're going to be hungry because they want that. They're like, listen, man, if I can get this thing here, and my career is set in stone. Kemba Walker, born and raised here, won a title here. Man, do you know what that would do for him in New York City? You know what I mean? So let's hope these cats are on that trajectory, man, and they keep fighting and scrapping like they do with that point guard spot. I think you got two of the better point guards playing that position, man. When it comes to experience, know-how, skill. So let's just hope that all stays in place. And absolutely, man, be civilized. And that's why you got to keep Derrick Rose there. Let him hang out there with Quickly and them young guys so he can make sure that they don't veer off course. So having Derrick Rose in that start and that second unit to keep Quickly and Obi and them guys from veering off course when you need that veteran leadership. All right, guys, I'm running this ship. You follow me, follow my lead. I'll take you there. And I just think that's deadly to have, man, with somebody with that much experience who can ball. I mean, you got guys on benches in the league who that's like Derrick Rose, but can they ball like him? You got a lot of veteran guys probably backing up people, but can they still play like Derrick Rose? I mean, this cat can still play basketball at a high level. So I just think that bodes well for them, in the long run. And that's real talk, man. I just think them guys are going to be good with that. So, other than that, man, that's what it is with Derrick Rose and them. And I'm gonna move on, to other things, man. But like we missed our two centers, man. Nerlens Noel and Mitchell Robinson didn't get to play last night. And just think about this here, guys. Can we imagine if they would have played last night? The defense probably would have been much better. The way they protect that front court and that zone. I just think that it would have been better. It would have took a lot of pressure off them guys around the perimeter, because knowing that they got that luxury back there and that rim protection, they could be a little bit more aggressive. You know what I mean? See, one thing when you got guys like Mitch and Noel back there, your point guard could be your defender could be a little bit more aggressive. You know what I mean? Knowing that you got somebody in the back who's protecting you just in case it happened. It might get by. It might get by that defender at that present time, but knowing that you got them guys back there. So when they get back, and I guarantee you, watch that game Saturday if Noel start. Watch the difference in the way that defense plays. Just watch. I'm telling you, watch when that kid is there. You're going to have people like Kyle Kuzma and Dinwiddie. They're going to try to come in there and run up in there with that stuff because they know who back there. So I do think that having them cats in that back makes a difference, man. And I hope both of them get back early in the season, better than early than later, so they can get gel with the team. Like I think the text on the Twitter thing with Mitchell Robinson said he was hurting that he couldn't be out there last night. And I know, man, because that cat want to be out there with his soldiers, man, going to war and going to battle. So I do think that them guys, when they get back, that defense going to be special, because now Fournier and RJ and them can go harder at they guys. You know what I mean? And by luck, if they get by them, at least they put in that effort to slow them down and slow that clock down. And then you know what? If you can defend that perimeter and slow that clock down, then when they finally get to make a move, where the shot clock going to be down, going to be low anyway. So I think that's what's important, that y'all understand that play put them two big men back there. By the time that shot clock get down, now them cats gonna have to second guess what type of shot they're gonna make, and then eliminates a second chance point, because now the shot clock down, it's gonna be hard for you to rebound because the shot is already down, and we know the shot is down already. We know the shot clock is down, so I mean we know we about to go in position to get rebounds. So all that stuff is interesting, man. But we can't wait till Mitchell Robinson get back. Come on, Big Mitch. Come on, my brother. We need you, man. We need you up in here. We need Nerlens Noel up in here. So now y'all can really see what we made of. And once you see that starting five get together, and hopefully, whether it's Noel for now, but Noel, Randle, RJ, Fournier, and Kemba Walker, if that's what we're gonna have going into the beginning of the season, I'm fine with that. Noel held it down for us last year. 41 wins. He was a big part of that. You know what I mean? Knowing Mitch like 40 some games last year, 41, whatever. So Nerlens Noel and Todd Gibson, man, they was a big part of that success last year. So let's hope Nerlens Noel can hold it down some more, bring Mitch back slowly but surely. You know what I mean? And even when he's ready to go, if you had to bring him off the bench, bring him back slowly. Ain't no rush. We got a good team down there. I think we got enough to make up for that till he's ready. And with Todd Gibson and Jericho Sims filling in admirably, it's only a good situation for New York Knicks. So chat, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at with that, man. With them centers, once they get back, you're gonna see a different Knicks team. You can mark my word on that one. They're gonna be different. We need them cats, man, for the long haul. But like I said, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. So we don't need to rush anybody back. We good. We can hold it down without them until they're ready. And once they get back, let the games begin. You know what I mean? Now the team's gonna really see what the Knicks made of. And I guarantee you that defense ain't gonna take that far of a step back. It's not. You know what I mean? So overall, man, that's where I'm at with the team and them guys. Obviously, Randle and RJ gonna do what they do. Barrett, they gonna do what they do, man. We not worried about them guys. We're not worried about Fournier. We're not worried about Kemba Walker. We just got to make sure that 5 spot is legit. If they ready to come back and get into this thing, you know what I mean? And then once the 5 spot get back and they ready, we good. We good. So on that note, man, I love what I seen last night. I'm excited about that, man. But on the 9th, either you already know, we got the Washington Wizards coming in here on that night. We going to Washington, to play the Wizards. And we're going to be looking forward to that game, 7 o'clock Saturday on the 9th. We're going to go over their team and what they got and what they bring to the table. They upgrade their roster pretty well this year. And so let's just kind of see what's going on with them. And because they did upgrade their roster and got some better players in trades and free agency. So let's see what they're doing with that. Let's look at their roster. Bradley Beal, obviously, going to be there. Kyle Kuzma. I'm projecting they starting lineup to be right now. Bradley Beal, Kuzma. We knew Rudy is out. Rui Machimura is out. So I think that you slide Montrezl Harrell in there. Go with Spencer Dinwiddie. And then obviously you got Thomas Bryant. I think that's what they starting line going to be. Bill, Kuzma. Danny Villa also got hurt too as well. He's down. I think his ankle or some of that. He had a pretty severe injury, man. So I don't know how long he's going to be out, but he is down absolutely. But if you look at that starting lineup with Bill, Kuzma, Dinwiddie, Montrezl Harrell, and Thomas Bryant, obviously we know Bradley Beal is a real deal. Spencer Dinwiddie can get buckets. You know what I mean? Kyle Kuzma, he's not a slouch. So I think that's going to be real interesting to see. But I think overall we got that though, because I do like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Davis Bertans off the bench with Gafford ain't no joke. He's a pretty decent player. But I them up against the Knicks, we'll see. I think our defense shuts a lot of that down. They're not a real high average 3-point shooting team. They can hit them, but they not zone busters. Nothing of that nature. They can shoot it, but they don't shoot it like the Knicks do. You know what I mean? I just think their team is not percentage wise, but we know Bill is the real deal. So I'm not slighting nobody on that team, but stacked up against the New York Knicks, I think our chances is very fair with that. Our defense is our defense hold all that down, and I think our offense. I don't think their defense is that good to hold us to stop us from doing what we do. So I do think that we got advantage there because I don't think their defense is that special compared to the New York Knicks defense. So that tells me that our defense can contain what they do, but they can't contain what we do. That's it in a nutshell to me. Them cats can't contain what we do, but I definitely know we can contain what they do. And then that's really what our motto is all season long. They can't stop us, but we can stop them. That's how we roll in. So I do think we should come out there with a victory Saturday night. And I think we come out there and just do what we do. I'm really now that's a second game that we got. Now we playing on the road, so obviously the court not going to feel the same. The shooting not going to look the same because you're not in your home arena with your familiarity with everything that you do. But I do think because they professionals, I think Julius Randle have a good game. I think I don't know if to be honest with you, Montrezl Harrell we're gonna have to bring he gonna have to play Julius Randle on the perimeter. See the key to that is Julius Randle make Montrezl Harrell come out there to the perimeter. You know what I mean? And his game is basically down low. You know what I mean? That's what so him had to come out on that perimeter bodes well for us. Kyle Kuzma gonna have to go out there and bang with RJ Barrett, and So we're going to see how that pan out. And Dinwiddie, okay, him and Kemba Walker. So I'm not concerned about that matchup either. So that's why I like our chances real well with that team. We know David Beatrice can knock him down, but he was disappointing last year with all the money he got, 4 years, $80 million. He ain't rep hard as he needed to. Thomas Bryant was injured last year, so hopefully he probably come back, a little bit more healthier, and hopefully he be there. But other than that, I'm not like a deer in the headlights when it comes to that team. I see them trying to get to the play-in, trying to get in the play-in this year. So I'm not threatened by them by no means. We just got to hope that we clicking on all cylinders and we continue pick up where we left off last night. And if we do that, then we walk out of Washington with a W. We go down to Washington with a W, and we leave it at that, man. And as far as our team, you already know what we do. As far as our players, right there, the three of them in that top spot, RJ, Alex Burks, and Fournier, they starting. I guess Todd, if Noel come back, and he's going to be in there tomorrow, and Julius Randle. So we got, the three on the top, Julius Randle and Todd. And I agree with you, B-Sip, like Pacers are deeper than the Wizards to me. You know what I mean? And we got to see how these guys are going to be motivated. You think about guys like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Montrezl Harrell, and them guys was on championship teams. Now they just coming to a team where the energy might be different. How motivated are they? Are they motivated? Like, man, I miss being in LA. I wish I was in LA instead of Washington. That could be running through their mind. I know they professionals and they got to earn their bucks, but still they might not feel the same knowing that, man, you know what? I was playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and now I'm here. You know what I mean? So we got to see how their mindset be for the team. And then when I look at that team, I don't see one thing that I don't see other than Bradley Beal and a lot of veteran leadership. But I mean veteran like the Knicks veterans, like Todd Gibson and Derrick Rose and guys like that. You don't see that there. You know what I mean? Bradley Beal probably one of the longest tenure ones age-wise. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope been around a minute, but they're not on the Derrick Rose veteranship level when it comes to experience. Good thing about them cats won a championship though. So they do understand what it is to be in the championship situation. So hopefully they could bring that to the Washington Wizards. But I'm not concerned about it. I really think that it is what it is. But yeah, for our team, the starting five, Randall, Noel, Fournier, RJ Barrett, and Kemba Walker, we ready to rock. We ready to rock. So let's see how that thing pan out. We go down there, get the threes popping off, play some good defense, and walk out of Washington with a W to put us at 2-0 in the post. In preseason. So you guys, I think it's there, man. I think we there for the kill. And just go in there and put your work in. It's preseason. We playing like this is an 86 game season, not 82. 86. Tom Thibodeau played like the preseason is a regular game. So like I said earlier today, we really playing 86 games. You know what I mean? Not 82, because he left them cats in for 3.5 minutes, and that tells 3.5 quarters. I'm sorry. So that's telling me that he's trying to get this thing popping, and it rightfully so. Ain't no time to be slacking. Them young guys to get they burn. I know we all want to see them, but we going for something bigger than big. We going for something big this year. What I mean by big, we trying to get out the first round. We trying to go deep, and with the way things happen in the NBA, you just never know. So we want to make sure we ready coming out the gate. I think Tom Thibodeau want to make sure these cats are locked in. They understand what he's doing, and they already understand majority of them. They all of them been there with him last year. And Fournier and Kemba Walker, they're gonna catch on obviously, and the rooks as well. So I think he coming out there like, listen, it's time to get it. We ain't got no time to be playing. We got Brooklyn up there. We got Philly up there. We got Boston in there. We got us in there in Atlanta in that division. So we in Toronto, we trying to be above what we trying to get up there with them cats. So I think he's ready to roll. So I think the game of Washington for me, it's just about execution. Executing the game plan that he laid out. Go hard for 48 minutes and let the chips fall where they may. And I think if he could do that and we can pull that off, I think we'd be good to go. I really do. So I'm excited about that second game, man. It's been 3 days. They got 3 days of practice in to reevaluate the things they did last night, to make corrections on the things they did last night, to improve on the things they did last night. I think you come out and see a better Knicks team on Saturday just due to the fact they played that game. They had a chance to make them corrections for whatever they went through yesterday, and they come out with a different mindset. And I think having Nerlens Noel coming back with us is a great boost for that. So let's see how Saturday roll out. But for the first and foremost, I'm excited and I'm happy with it. I'm good. I think the Knicks is here. We back, bro. And y'all already know we coming in here to put some work in this week and try to get ready for the regular season. And then I think that's what we're gonna do. So salute to the Knicks, man, for doing a great job on that front, man. Just getting ready for the season. You know, like I said, them young guys playing hard. We will get to see the young guys this before preseason. I guarantee you that. But like I said, maybe it might be Saturday. Maybe he might have seen enough where say, okay, I'm good. I think Kemba Walker, these guys understand how to play together. And I think once Thibodeau see that, then I think you will see the Grimes and the McBride and the Sims and all these guys a little bit more. But you do get your house in order first, and that's by getting them 10 ready. And my man Sam Hawk, salute my brother. Thanks for coming in, Sam. You already know. And Shaw Powell, like, let's see how many points Noel will get if he played on Saturday. Yeah, because I tell you, I be honest with you, Shaw, if Noel would have played last night, it would have been a different outcome for us what Turner was doing. The way they was kind of getting into that interior. With Noel out there last night, they wouldn't have been getting them a lot of them interior baseline drive and reverse layups. Nah, you ain't getting that while he down there. Not at that clip. You know, you might can get 1 or 2 up in there, but you're not gonna just be able to come down. And Todd's a good post defender way. Like he on man on man. Todd is a good one-on-one defender. Leaping ability, no, okay, we know that, but he's a good one-on-one defender. But you know, when them cats is when the guard's getting by the other guard and they driving down the lane, that's not a forte to go over there and block shots. You know, so that's where you miss guys like Noel and Mitchell Robinson, because if one of our guys get beat, you know what I mean, them guys can clean it up. That's not Todd Gibson's game. But I guarantee you, if you one-on-one with him in the post, he's gonna hold you down. He's gonna make it rough on you. You know what I mean? So and that's just a difference in the game last night. So when Noel would have been there last night, I think it would have been different. I don't think they would have been getting a lot of them layups, though they didn't make a lot, but they wouldn't even had a chance to attempt a lot of them. Because first of all, they would have known he was back there, and they would have changed direction, or they would have rerouted the play, or whatever the case may be. But that's the part of the defense that a lot of people don't understand about the Knicks defense. It's not about the one individual player. It's what that player does that affects the way the other player thinks. Like I said, if somebody get by R.J. Barrett, you best believe that guy thinking about what's going to happen next, because he know we got some shot blockers down there. So he might say, you know what, I'm going to pass the ball off because I don't think I'm going to be able to get the shot off. And what he does, he passed the ball with the shot clock down, boom. Now you got to rush a shot. Them the things would make a great defense. You know, that's what defense is about right there. That's what make a great defense. It's not just about the one-on-one stuff. You know what I mean? That's not what it's about. It's overall, can you stop that team from scoring the ball collectively, put them in a situation where it make it harder to score, because you're never going to stop nobody from scoring totally. You can slow them down, and that's what the key to the defense is. Slow these guys down to make it hard for them to score. They're going to score. They score, they good. You give them their respect. But I do think that our defense makes it hard for teams to score. When we full power, we full throttle, because we play by a committee. And what's my motto? The New York City Gritty Committee. We play by committee. You know what I mean? And that's how they get down in New York. You know, everything is by committee. You know what I mean? And so Tom Thibodeau implemented that system, and that's why I think that when the season really come here, we're gonna prove a lot of naysayers wrong, man. They how can you not sleep and respect the team who was top in the league in defense and was 29th in the league in offense, but now this year they stay in that same position, basically maybe a drop step back on defense, but their offense got twice as better. The Knicks will not be 29th in the league in offense this year. I can guarantee you that. And so I think we got to take that for what it is. And I think if that's the case, then we really, really going to be on to something. You know what I mean? So let's hope that it pans out that way, and it works out for us. And I think we'd be in good shape. So, you know, overall in that, man, let's hope these guys get back. But let me ask you guys a question, man. If you had to choose who you think going to be the situational guy that get that first burn, y'all give me your thoughts on these situational guys, man, because I know they're real important to us as rookies and coming in the league. And Kevin Knox looked good last night for a minute there. So, I mean, what do you guys really truly think, man? Do you think what's going to be on this team? Do you think Knox going to be that dude? Do you think we didn't see Bacon last night for some reason? All the guys that I noticed when I looked up in here, Sheldon, Bacon, and Walker, they did not get no burn. None. You know what I mean? They didn't get none burned. So that's telling me that Tibbs was sticking to his guns. He going along with his rotation, the way he doing things. But I think we're gonna need them guys eventually because, like I said, next man up mentality. Somebody go down, we're gonna need them guys to come and produce. So I mean, I do think obviously we know McBride, and all them guys are gonna be there. But what about Amir Sims? What about Bacon? What do you think these guys are going to do? You think they're going to be on here? Are they going down to the G League or because it's going to be hard to crack that 15-man, man. And you already know that we already got 10 locked down. So let's say 11 locked down because Todd is not going nowhere. You know what I mean? And be civilized, say Sims because Mitch is injured. I see that be civilized. But, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. Quickly, look how Quickly playing. If Quickly keep playing like that the rest of the year, you can understand why McBride and Grimes is going to be hard for them to play. It's going to be hard for them guys to play because Tom Thibodeau trying to win. So, IQ got a DNP coach's decision last year, the first preseason game. Right. Exactly. And it's not to say they won't play. I mean, I'm not definitely not saying that. I'm asking you guys, what do you guys think because of how deep that team is? Where do they fit in, and what's going to be the reason why they fit in? Is it only going to be because it's injury, blowouts? Because I don't really see none of them cats moving none of them cats out of that top 10. That top 10 from the starting five to the second five, I think they locked in. Because if it wasn't the case, then Sims would have. McBride would have played last night. If he was better than Quickly, he would have threw him out there. If he thought that he was going to give him more than Quickly can give him, he would have threw him out there. If Grimes was going to give you more than Kemba or Derek or whoever, they would have threw him out there. But eventually they didn't because that's telling you they're not part of that 10-man rotation. And I think Tom Thibodeau done seen enough in training camp. He's the one got the eyes on him, not us. You know what I mean? So he might seen enough in training camp to say, I'm going to have to go with these are my mainstays. Because that's what he rolled with last year. They got him to where he had this year. Them guys that Quickly and Obi them got them to 41 wins. So I guess this year he probably looks they're gonna get me to 50 wins. Who knows? You know what I mean? So, but I think we do got some good talent down there, and I really do think that them cats to get their shine, they get it, man. It's when the time is right. You know what I mean? Like I said, Quickly played all year in his rookie year, and that's what's so crazy because Quickly started in his rookie year, Obi started in his rookie year, not started played minutes. So it's just so tough for Grimes and them, man, because them guys are playing better this year. You know what I mean? So, but it's a good problem to have, man. Hopefully, the cats just working on their game. I noticed last night right after the game, you seen Deuce McBride and Grimes in the gym shooting. You know what I mean? Tibbs at the facility at like 9:30, whatever, still at the facility. Them cats, they stay there, man. That's what they do. Yeah, absolutely. And D-Rod said blowout. Yeah, D-Rod, I'm with you on that, man. It's gonna be blowouts or injuries. Unless somebody totally sticking up the joint and he do like a Jeff Van Gundy, put the whole five out. Put the whole five guys out at one time. But if somebody's sticking up the joint, then yeah, I think he'd probably do that to get a spark to the team, because that's one thing about young guys and energy. They can spark a team. You know what I mean? They can come in and give you some fresh energy, new energy, fresh blood, and go out there and bring more adrenaline to the game and running off adrenaline, just hyped up, and they're using their speed, and so I do think that could be the case. Blowouts, if we had like 60 half, you're right though. That 60 points we put up last night was impressive. But that's what I'm looking for with these guys, man. I get it, man. We want these cats to play, man, but that's a deep team. And no pun intended with their skill set, but that's a deep team, and that's just a deep team. The Big 15 is the Big 15, and but that's that 10-man rotation right there. It'll be hard to crack that the way IQ and Obi Toppin playing. I don't even see that happening. So that's a good problem to have though, because they can learn, sit back and learn, and master the NBA from the bench for a minute. Get the mental game, get the mental part of it down pat, study and learn, look, listen, and observe. You know what I mean? And see what's in front of them. And then when they get in the game, then they learn the physical part of it. So, if that's what the case with them, then we're going to be in good shape. But salute to the chat, man. Everybody, D-Rob, Be Civilized, Sam Holt, everybody. The streets are buzzing. You name it. We up in here tonight. Appreciate y'all coming on tonight. Make sure y'all hit them likes and subscribe. Catch up, man. Lionel Williams, salute to you for coming in. You already know. KJ, everybody in the building, man. We in here, shout power, everybody. But yeah, man, we could talk Knicks all week, man. It's gonna be like that. So what a way to start the season. We started the season with a W. You know what I mean? That's good. You know what I mean? Even though it's preseason, I don't want to say it's not meaningful. It's meaningful to them. It's meaningful to them because they about competition. Them guys don't come on the court to lose. Nobody come on the court to let another man beat them. So it might not mean a lot to us, but to them and them Knicks guys, that means a lot to them. That they show the competition that they can get it. You know what I mean? And so that's a great win for a W to come out there, and let's see how the next one go. Hope everybody stay relevant, healthy. No negative things happen, injury and nothing. They just go out there and do what they do, and we continue this maturation going into the season. I'm looking forward to it, and like I said, I already got my prediction in there. I think we're gonna win 50. I just think I think people don't understand there's just too much shooting there. And they shooting at a good percentage. Six guys on the Knicks team last year. I mean, 6, close to 7 shot almost 39 or 40%. And that's counting Frank Ntilikina. So, I had to throw his name up in there. He shot 47. But what I mean is that's the culture that's around that organization now. It's about 3-point shooting. That was their weakness. They went and solved the problem. Now they get them. Now I think with the 2-point field goal percentage goes up a little more, get it up to league average. We in good shape. So it's not about the name on the back, guys. It's not about the name on the back. It's about the name on the front. So yeah, we don't got KD, we don't got LeBron them, but it ain't about the name on the back. It's about the name on the front. And on that front of that jersey say the New York Knicks, and I think they got a bunch of good talent down there. So I think watch the numbers. Let's look at all these guys, these great guys. Look at these teams like Brooklyn them. Let's see what they shoot from 3-point percentage this year. Let's see what LA shoot from 3-point percentage this year. I guarantee you the Knicks would be right up there. We were 4th last year, so we'd be up there as well. So we got to see all this pan out, man. And if it pan out well with that 3-point shooting, then I think we're going to be a problem. I really do. So let's hope and pray everything go accordingly, and we get it popping. You know what I mean? And I really do think we're going to be on to something. For sure in New York. But overall, man, I just want to get in here tonight with you guys and cut it up, man. I know some of you guys look like me, late birds. I don't go to sleep early, so I'm good. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm looking at, man, going into the season. I'm just looking to see the progress. I'm just looking to see us get better. Looking to see us utilize what we got to the fullest, because we know that the East and the NBA has got better overall. So I'm really looking to see, what happens with this thing, man. And if we go according to plan, I think we'd be all right, fellas and sisters, ladies and gents, excuse me. I think we'd be all right, man. I think we can go into this thing, try to compete for that 4th seed. If we move up, that's fine too. But I do think we got a good shot at, a lot of people got a lot of like Miami ahead of us. They got Boston ahead of us. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. But I don't see it that way. I see on any given day the Knicks can bust somebody up. I just think that gritty committee, that, like you say, beats a lot blue collar team with grit, cohesion. Absolutely. I just think that's what you see there. And every one of them points he put in there is real facts. They blue collar, they got grit, and they got cohesion. Now cohesion because they came back, they all played together last year. You know what I mean? They got all that. So, coming out the gate, it shouldn't be no, we wasn't ready, or we didn't practice together, we didn't play long enough together, or this team just got assembled. Nah, a lot of them other teams got assembled. You think about Zach LaVine, he got 3 players. One of them played a half a season with him last year at the trade deadline, and 2 of them are brand new. So they got to, think about that. They got to build that cohesion. You know what I mean? You look at teams like Charlotte. You know what I mean? They lost Grant. They brought in, what's my name? Kelly Oubre. Brought in some rookies. They lost Graham because he got signed, went out there to New Orleans. So they got to get that chemistry. That's, a couple of Terry Rozier and obviously in LaMelo Ball, which I think now going to be in that backcourt together. They got to, they got to do the same thing like a lot of other teams. They got to get that chemistry built. We already had that. We got it coming out the gate. We already coming out the door with all that. You know what I mean? So let's hope that we get a good start to the season and take advantage of that. We need to come out in the beginning of the season and try to win much as we can, because that second half of the season gets brutal. We go on a West Coast trip. We playing a lot of top tier teams. So I do think we got to go out there and go hard. And I think if we do that, we're gonna be in good shape. But we got a good litmus test coming out the first game of the season against the Boston Celtics. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a good test for us, man. It really is. I'm gonna be in the building that night, live and direct. Knicks Real Talk. We're gonna be up in there. Make sure we giving you guys all the content and all the footage we can get y'all. So when we come back home and break this thing down, we're gonna have something for you guys. And but we're gonna be there, man. But it's gonna be interesting. That Boston game gonna be pretty interesting. That's gonna be a good test for us coming out the gate. Jason Tatum, obviously gonna get better this year. Jaylen Brown gonna come back. He probably gonna be healthy. Marcus Smart. They added Al Horford. They got Schroeder. Yeah, my man Josh Richardson, Enes Kanter. You know what I mean? They got a pretty decent team down there. So we're gonna have to really go up against some cats and get down that night. But I tell you what though, I think Fournier and Kemba Walker gonna be psyched for that game. I think they just played with them cats last year. Boston didn't seem like they had no intention to bring Fournier back. You know what I mean? So they, you know how you gonna feel about that. And Kemba Walker, they didn't give him a chance to do what he wanted to do. So he gonna see what he gonna do. So I think they're gonna be motivated. Open game of the season, they're gonna be motivated. You know what I mean? Then on top of all that, Kemba Walker first game in the regular season in a Knicks uniform with 19,000 fans up in there, whatever the case may be, and they're all ready to get it. So I just think it's going to be fun. The atmosphere is going to be live and electric, but we got to get there first. We got to get there first with these next 3 preseason games, and hope these guys really, really just gel, man. Gel and then come together and do what they do. You know what I mean? And I think if they can do that, man, I think they'd be in good shape, man. But I'm happy. D-Rod said, I got the 75-inch TV coming. Go ahead, D-Rod, go get it, my brother. You make sure you get that before that season start. For you can watch that thing in living color. You know what I mean? For real. 4K if you can. But yeah, man. But other than that, man, I just want to get on tonight with y'all brothers and chop it up, man. And talk Knicks, man. You know what it is, man, because it's gonna be a long season. And I want to make sure I take care of the chat, because the chat take care of me and everybody who out there streaming, watching on YouTube, wherever you're streaming them from, man, on Twitter, whatever. Thank y'all guys for checking out the show, man. And y'all keep supporting Knicks Real Talk, man. Y'all hit that like and subscribe. Let's get this brother up there if I can build this platform and give y'all more and more stuff, bringing more guests, giving more technology, bringing different blah, 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 whatever. We're going to get it popping up in here. We're going to be here all 82 games into the playoffs, so we might as well make sure this thing is 100%. But I'm going to be here, man. I'm going to be here for you guys, so you already know. And then, you're right, Will, and it's great to be back in the season, man. That's a way of life for me, knowing that I can get up here in the morning, at nighttime, on my grind, after I do what I got to do all the day long, say at 7:30, Knicks basketball. It's Knicks basketball. We ready to sit down and enjoy that night and watch some basketball, man. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a really good season, and I think we couldn't ask for a better one. I really couldn't. I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be electric. We got a good thing going on in New York. So to everybody out there, man, thank y'all for coming in tonight, man. I just want to jump on this hour, give y'all some New York Knicks talk for the night for y'all. Get ready to take it down and get ready for the next day. You already know, man. Y'all be safe out there and everything like that. Let me run through my peoples out there, man. Y'all already will. Salute, Be Civilized, D. Ross, Sam Holt, Jet for Life, Shaw Powers, everybody, man. Salute to you guys, man. The streets are buzzing for real. BX Sports Jedi in the building. Lionel Williams in the building. Thank you, my man, for coming in tonight. KJ Events was in the building. And, all our family, we was up here. Nigel Smith, my man, he crossed at Jamaica holding it down. Salute to Nigel. And we just doing it, man. We just trying to keep this thing moving, man. Like, I don't know this cat right here, whether he gets no love, whoever this cat put this crazy stuff up in there. But, we just going to keep it moving, man. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. It's your man, Divine. I'll see you cats on the next episode, man. Y'all look for, I think the streets are buzzing, be on Friday night. Y'all see what BX going to do. And, but you know me, man. Y'all just look for the notification, man. I'm in here for you cats, man. From a fan for the fans. Knicks Real Talk. It's the night show. We already know, man. We out, man. Salute to y'all, man. Peace.